join me as we work on this spill-grown cork bark elm. Well, you're watching. Thank you for watching. That's A. B, it's spring break. So I got a chance to work on some trees early this morning. This is a field-grown cork bark elm that actually I got as a like something this big at a raffle 10 years ago. And I grew it in a pot for a while, and then I got bored, and I grew it in the front of the house for a couple of years. Then I moved. Then I'm here now. So it's been in the old house for about I don't know, about 5-6 years probably. 2 years in a pot, just growing out. It's kind of not understanding how to thicken trees up, and then finally put it in the front of the house as a yard tree in a pot, and then finally here into these bigger pots. Sorry for the dogs in the background. And I just left it grown here in a shallow pot for a while. So that's up now. So this has been 2 years, and I've been trimming it how Michael Roberts been training all of us to do. You know, cut it back hard, and then put it in the ground, let it grow out. This is I don't know, this is a good 10-foot leader I have here. Oh, there's weeds on the grass. I need a weed. But yeah, so today I got some time. I'm gonna open this guy up. It's kind of shaded out. It's spring. I'm not sure where you guys are when this video comes out, but this is April. Look at these weeds. This is April, and it's like 90 degrees already. So it's a good time to trim out your trees, especially when you have some time. You can tell I haven't weeded this in all winter, but yeah, it's pretty dry. But yeah, so let me move the camera around, but my goal today is to open this guy up as much as I can. I can't really, sorry, the weeds are really distracting me. I really can't move it out of the pot. It's a little late in the season. I'll probably do that later this fall, right when it starts to go dormancy. Just give it some chance to recover. Again, you know, living in Southern Cal, we got this really great weather here. But yeah, so I'm gonna open this guy up. I'm gonna get a trash can. I'm gonna open this guy up. Anything that's going into the plant or up or down, taking it out. I'm leaving everything that's going horizontal and cutting back everything short. So yeah, let me get this detail camera a little better and see what's going on. But yeah, join us. Hey buddy. Oh, just in case you have noticed, just shears, root cutter, not root cutter, but a concrete cutter. That's all I'm using. Really simple. Again, anything that's pointing up, out, I'm just cutting it. Some of these branches are in ideal locations, so I'm keeping them, and I can probably wire them back down. But if I can't wire them, I'm just going to cut them off, let it regrow. And this is a young tree. I mean, it will grow back eventually. I got things that are going like into the wall here. That's not a bad branch actually. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Elms are pretty easy, unless you don't water them. or they're root bound, then you're gonna have some issues. That's pretty much what I'm going to do to every branch, going from top down, and then I'll see how far I can get. I'm going to work on the back first, just because it's easier to go from the back. I can see easier from the back, or it doesn't really matter in this case. All right, let me move to time lapse so I can speed this process up a little bit for you guys. Well, there she is. I'll go to the back so you can see what the back looks like, but most of the branches trim back pretty hard, get some sunlight, reduce some of these branchings, see how short they are now. So elms are pretty nice in that sense. I think the tree is gonna probably be no more than a couple of feet tall. I'm probably gonna grow my new apex from there on, probably is my guess, or even shorter, probably here somewhere. That's a long node without anything here, so I might see anything pops up from there, and then see from what it would look like. Let me go to the back real quick so you can see what the back looks like. A little backlit here, but this is what the back looks like. So a lot more branching in the back. Should be a fairly powerful tree. By the way, once you have an elm in your back, it ain't gonna keep sprouting new sprouts for you, so just a heads warning. I might go back and kind of thin some things out, but I'm gonna let everything harden off, then I'm gonna thin them out so they have a chance to really respond to this pushback.